Hey, what's up, you guys? WWE fan 0599 here again, and today we're going to be doing another top 10 list. And today's top 10 list, it's the big one, people. The top 10 best movies of 2014. That is right, I have made my list of the best movies of 2014. I cannot wait to tell you guys what my list is. I've got it all set up. 2014, wow, what a year for movies. This was a fantastic year for movies, in my opinion. It was great. And today we're going to be counting down the top 10 best movies of 2014. So, yeah, let's get right into it. But first, I want to give out 5 honorable mentions. Edge of Tomorrow. Edge of Tomorrow did not make my top 10 list, but Edge of Tomorrow was a great movie. The Guest was a fantastic movie, in my opinion, but could not make my list as well. John Wick was fantastic as well, but didn't make my list. Wish it could have. Maybe, Noah, I wish could have made my list, but, just so many movies were out this year. And I'll even give it an honorable mention to Amazing Spider-Man 2. All these movies were great. And I wish they could have made my list, but they just simply couldn't. So let's get right into the top 10 list, shall we? This is the moment you've all have been waiting for from me, probably. So here we go as I get right into photos. Alright, here we go. Coming in at number 10, the Lego Movie. Everything is awesome because the Lego Movie was indeed awesome. I loved the Lego Movie. It's my second favorite animated movie of the year. The Lego Movie was a great movie, and it was just so funny. And they made a movie about Legos great. I'm gonna be honest, when I first heard the idea, I was like, really? Are you kidding me? But then when I saw the trailer, I was like, okay, I'm really looking forward to this movie now. I wasn't disappointed. The Lego Movie was great. I loved it. Chris Pratt was great as Emmett. Elizabeth Banks was great as Wildstyle. Will Arnett was a great Batman. Who would have known Will Arnett would have been a great Batman? So yeah, number 10, the Lego Movie. Number 9, How to Train Your Dragon 2. This is my favorite animated film of the year. How to Train Your Dragon 2 was amazing, in my opinion. How to Train Your Dragon 2 was just great. I loved this movie. I mean, just from its animation to its voice work to even gets dark for a little bit, this movie. And it's just, wow, it's just amazing. Definitely, to me, the best animated movie since Toy Story 3. I haven't seen a movie this so amazing since Toy Story 3. I haven't, and it's great. I loved How to Train Your Dragon 2. I felt like this movie was better than both the Lego Movie and, well, I can't say it's better than Big Hero 6 because I haven't seen it, but I just really enjoyed How to Train Your Dragon 2. It's great, in my opinion. I loved it. So yeah, number 9, How to Train Your Dragon 2. Number 8, now, I know a lot of people are going to get mad at me, but 2014 was just such a great year that it had to be at number 8. Number 8, X-Men Days of Future Past. I know, so low on the list, but that's just what happens. There were so many great movies that had to be this low on the list. X-Men Days of Future Past was indeed a great superhero movie. I mean, from its great story to its great characters, it's just great. I mean, I loved every single second of it. This is by far the best X-Men movie we have had so far. I thought nothing was gonna be better than X2. Guess what? X-Men First Class proved me wrong. That I thought nothing was gonna ever beat First Class. Guess what? This movie did. And I felt like this movie was so great. It really was. I just really loved this movie, and the way that it used time travel and stuff. Yeah, it was just great. I mean, it didn't leave you confuse you. It was just great. I love this movie. Definitely, it's my third favorite superhero movie of the year. Number 7, now another movie that people are going to be like, why is it so low on the list? Like I said, 2014 was so great that it just had to be low. Sorry. But this was the first movie I gave an A+ to this year, and it is Captain America, The Winter Soldier. I know it's low on the list, but Captain America, The Winter Soldier definitely was a fantastic movie. I loved this movie. It was great. I mean, from its action, the action is fantastic in this movie. From the way how Captain America is in this movie, it's just great. I love this movie. It was just great. I mean, this was my first movie that I gave an A+ to for a 2014 movie. And man, just watching it in the theater, it was just great. I loved every single second of it. So Captain America, The Winter Soldier comes in at number 7. Sorry. Number 6. Snowpiercer. That's weird. Chris Evans, both movies may on my list. But Snowpiercer. You all know I love this movie. This movie was great. I mean, it was just the way its storytelling in this movie was fantastic. Its action in the movie is fantastic. Chris Evans in this movie probably gives the best performance of his career. Snowpiercer was a fantastic movie in my opinion. I loved every single second of Snowpiercer. It's a great movie. If you haven't seen it by now, check out Snowpiercer. It is a great movie, people. Number 5. We're getting to the top 5. Nightcrawler. You all know I love this movie. I love Nightcrawler. I mean, Jake Gyllenhaal, just for his performance alone in this movie, makes this movie great. You know, from the way that it's beautifully directed, in my opinion, just the way they direct this, the way that, I always forget his name, but the way he directs this movie is just great. How he gets the streets of LA, it's just great. I love this movie. It is a fantastic movie. If you haven't seen Nightcrawler yet, I suggest you go and see it. It is great. It is fantastic in my opinion. I loved Nightcrawler. Number 4. Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy. What else can I say about Guardians of the Galaxy that I haven't said about Guardians of the Galaxy? This is my favorite superhero movie of the year. This is fantastic. I mean, just the way, from its action to its characters, even to its comedy, it's great. I mean, there was no other superhero movie this year better than Guardians of the Galaxy, in my opinion. I loved this movie. It was just great. I mean, every single second. Chris Pratt as Star-Lord, man, does he knock it out of the park in this movie. Batista as Drax, how much did he surprise me? He was fantastic as well in this movie. You know, you got Zoe Saldana as Gamora, she was great as well. Vin Diesel as Groot, even though he says 3 words, I am Groot, he still is great. So is Bradley Cooper as Rocket Raccoon. Everyone is just great in this movie, and James Gunn did a fantastic job directing this movie. You know, they did get the right person to direct this movie. So Guardians of the Galaxy coming in number 3. Number 4, sorry. Number 3. Okay, now this movie is going to be like, why is it so high on the list? Why is it higher than so many of these other movies? Guys, I love this movie, but here it is. Godzilla. Now Godzilla, he's right behind me too. Godzilla is just, I thought it was a fantastic movie. This really was, in my opinion. You know, a lot of people have problems with this movie, but I don't care. I love this movie. This was a great movie. By far my favorite theater experience this year. I mean, I thought the human characters were great. Sure, could we use a little more Godzilla? Absolutely, but I did like what they were doing with the build-up and building up to his huge fight. You know, it was just great. And when you see Godzilla fighting, holy, it is great. If you haven't seen Godzilla yet, you need to see Godzilla. This is a great movie in my opinion. So yeah, I love this movie. Godzilla comes in at number 3. Number 2, Interstellar. Up, here come the people. You're a Christopher Nolan fanboy. Okay. Now listen, Interstellar, I love this movie. I could say it's the same way how it is with Godzilla. Like, a lot of people say this movie has a lot of problems. I don't. I didn't think this movie has a single problem. Uh, Interstellar was a fantastic movie, in my opinion. I loved Interstellar. You know, from the way that Christopher Nolan directs this movie to the way Matthew McConaughey gives probably the best performance of his career, it shows in this movie. I thought just Interstellar was a great movie. It really was, in my opinion. I really enjoyed Interstellar. Just the way it depicts space and everything, I just love it. It's just great. I loved Interstellar. Alrighty, guys. It's time. You know, moment you have all been waiting for. What is my favorite movie of 2014? Well, can we all get a drum roll, please? Look how horrible this drum beat sounds. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. That is right, people. My favorite movie of the year is Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. No other movie had so much. This movie was great. It was phenomenal. This movie. I mean, there was no other movie this year that I thought was this fantastic than Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. It's great, people. I loved every single second of this movie. From its characters, how they developed their characters. I love that that they focus on the apes a lot. You know, sure, they did focus on the humans a little bit, absolutely, but this is the apes movie, people. They focus on them a whole lot. You know, you see, Andy Serkis as Caesar. Do I need to say more? Andy Serkis is phenomenal in this movie as Caesar, He really does put his heart and his soul into these motion capturing performances. I just thought Andy Serkis was great in this movie. The other actors like Jason Clarke was great in this movie as well. Kerry Russell, I believe, was great in this movie as well. You got Gary Oldman, who was great as well. Toby Kebbell as Koba. Koba was the most intense villain of this year. Koba is just great. Toby Kebbell does a good job of portraying Koba. Did I say good? I meant great. He is fantastic. I love this movie. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is by far my favorite movie of 2014. It is the best movie of 2014. I loved Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. So yeah, people, that is my top 10 best movies of 2014. Was there any movies that you were surprised that were on the list? Were there some movies that you were disappointed that weren't on the list? Let me know. And what did you guys think of this top 10 list? Leave it in the comment section below. And let me know, what is your top 10 best movies of 2014? And I'm WWE Fan 0599, and we will see you all later for my top 5 worst movies of 2014. Peace.